some self-improvement. Rooted Within Her is your go-to podcast for the faith-rooted woman who is ready to overcome emotional exhaustion and live boldly with clarity, confidence, and consistency. Rooted Within Her is your space to heal, rise, and thrive. So make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out rootedwithinher.com so you can be the first to know about our workout plans, our retreats, clothing line, books, and so much more. So you can thrive mentally, physically, and spiritually while connected with other like-minded communities. So sit back and relax, and don't forget to grab your notepad and your pen and enjoy. Welcome to Rooted Within Her. I'm so excited for you guys to be joining us today as we are going to be talking about the pour principle, filling your cup first. It is so important for you to make sure that you are filling your cup up first. I can't tell you how many times as moms we pour everybody's cup and then we get to our cup, or we get to when it's time for us to eat and there's nothing left. And so we want to make sure that we are filling our cup up first. It's the same thing in the morning times when we get everybody dressed and then we're like, oh, I'm looking a mess. I'm looking ratchet, right? I look a little. But when you start to care for yourself and you say, you know what? Yes, I'm going to make sure my kiddos are taken care of and they're fixed and, they look like I want them to look. But I got to make sure I take care of me, whether that's you getting up, showering, you getting up and making sure that you get dressed first, making sure that you are being intentional with your time, having that quiet time with God. That's so important. And so when you do that, because I can't tell you how many times I try to get up and I'm doing all these things and then the kids are up and I'm reading the same Bible scripture 5 times because it's so much going on. And you realize like, okay, I need that. I got to have that time to myself. I have to make sure that I am taking time for me. Okay. That's what this is about. Making sure that you are taking time for yourself. So before we get into the pour principle, filling up your cup first, we're going to first start with reading our scripture of the day, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And so you might be listening today and you might say, you know what? I feel afraid or I feel discouraged because everywhere I turn, there's always something going on. Especially with school starting back, there's a lot, school supplies adds up. I'm like, what? Why in the world is my bill this high, right? Do y'all even need all these school supplies? Like, what is going on here? Okay, school clothes, shoes, all these things. The list goes on and on. But the reality of it is we have to say, you know what? No matter what, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to show up for me, and I'm going to do what I need to do for me. And so as you think about yourself and who you are and what it is that you truly desire in your life, it's important for you to say, okay, let me make that commitment. Let me show up. Let me do the things I need to do. Whatever I need for me. And that's what it is about, this season of your life that you're in. What is it that you need? So if there was a point where I was like, you know what? I want to be committed to 5 a.m. workouts. I know my friends were like, how do you do it? But I felt so great. The mornings I was able to get up and do it, guess what? I was committed to it. And I was able to do it because I was committed to it. And I had made up my mind that I need to do it. But in order for me to do that, I had to go to bed by a certain time. Okay. That means I got to have a tight schedule with the kids and everybody, late night phone conversations, none of this, running around with the kids 10, 11 o'clock at night, like shut it down. And so I share that example with you because there might be something in your life that you're like, I want to show up consistently to pour into myself. I just don't know how. I have that mommy guilt. I don't want to take away more time from my children than I already do. What can I do? And so what that means is for us moms and fathers is that, okay, we're getting up additionally extra early or we're going to bed later. And you have to do that based on how you thrive. So some people know their light bulb goes off, their energy bulb goes off at nighttime. That's when they're able to power through, get stuff done. So that means your power hour is at nighttime. Some people, theirs is in the morning. So you can usually tell by what type of person you are. So for me, I'm a morning person. So you talk to me in the morning, I'm like, hey, good morning. How are you? Da, da, da. You talk to me about 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, okay. I need you to get through, what are you saying that you're needing? What's going on in the session? Stick to the facts, please. Don't be giving me the whole long drawn out. And so it's really about yourself and your personality and knowing like who and whose you are. So as you are thinking about yourself and as you're thinking about, okay, what do I need to do differently? I want to leave you with this quote. Faith does not eliminate the trials, but it gives you the strength to endure them. Oh, I love this quote. Faith does not eliminate the trials, but it gives you the strength to endure them. And that's so important because of the fact that, faith is the substance of things, evidence of faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And so when you think about it, I can't see faith. I can't feel faith, right? But I know that my faith is what is going to keep me going. My faith is what is going to help me to believe beyond what I actually see. And so when we think about that, we have to realize that no matter what, I have to show up. As long as I keep showing up and I keep doing what I need to do, then I'm going to get there. And I have this phrase that I share with my friends and with my clients. If I keep putting one foot in front of the other, I'm going to get there. But if I stop and I say, you know what, forget it then, whatever, then I'm not going to get to the finish line. And people are going to keep passing me by. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very competitive. Don't keep passing me by. Help me. When I was in the military, we used to have this activity we used to have to do where you have to drag your battle buddy to the other side when you're in training, basic training. And so I'll never forget my first time in training. I'm like, oh my gosh, like now I have to drag this person across, and most of these people are men. How am I supposed to get them across? But you realize that, you know what, I got to get out of my head. And that was something that you learned, that a lot of the things that you do in the military, they're mental. Running. I did not like running. Like, oh my gosh, like why am I having to run 2 miles when I can walk? But then I had to realize this is all, I got to get out of my head. This is all mental. And so what is it in your life that you realize that you got to get out of your head? It might be the amount of money that you want to make. You might say, I want to make $500,000. Well, guess what? You got to get out of your head, because what society would tell you, those who are around you, is that that's not going to happen, especially if you're just working a job, right? But the reality of it is that you got to think outside the box. You have to put yourself in situations and circumstances around the people who are doing the things that you desire to do so you can be the person that you desire to be. And that's a lot. But the reality of it is I have so many clients that come and they do the same thing every single day, wanting a different result, whether it's in their relationships, their marriages, with their jobs, everything. And if you want something different, that means you got to do something different. You have to be willing to take the detour. And so, yes, it might not work. You might fail. You might fail miserably. But you're going to have 100% regret if you never even take the chance, if you never even do anything differently than what you're already doing. And so I'm going to challenge you with new boundaries. In my book, called Unapologetically Divorced, 7 Powerful Tools to Rediscover Your Worth to Heal and so you can move forward, there's a part in here that talks about the challenge of new boundaries. And I'm going to read the excerpt. If you've never set boundaries before, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. Imagine a relationship where for years a partner has been staying out till 3 a.m. and you suddenly ask them to start coming home by 10 p.m. They might laugh or dismiss your request because they're used to the old dynamic of you. Here's the thing. You can't expect others to adapt immediately to changes they've never been held accountable for before. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. As you grow and change, your needs and expectations evolve, and it's perfectly okay to set new boundaries, even in established relationships. The key is understanding that setting boundaries may disrupt the status quo, but discomfort is often the price of growth. If the other person refuses to respect your new boundary, you need to decide, is this boundary a deal breaker for your peace and your mental well-being? And I say that because so many people are willing to sacrifice their peace. And that's because they haven't had it. They haven't experienced what is true peace in their life. And the reality of it is if you have had your peace, you're not going to let nobody and nothing take that away from you. When you truly value your peace and you're able to sit and be like, you know what, this is what means the most to me. And so I say that to you because it's important for you to really understand what is it that you want? What is it that you need in this space that you're in right now? What is important to you? And when you understand what's important to you, you just show up differently. Our affirmation of the day is I trust God's timing for my healing and breakthrough. I trust God's timing for my healing and breakthrough. I trust God's timing for my healing and breakthrough. And that's so important to understand because so many times we try to rush things. We want this and we want that and we want it now. But we don't realize that we don't need it. And it's not what God has for us. And that's why we have to be very intentional with our prayers. Lord, what is it that you would have for me? What is it that you truly desire for me? What is your will? Lord, your will be done. Not my will, but your will be done. And when we come in with that type of attitude, we're like, hey, it's game on. Whatever you have, God, for me is for me. And it's okay. And that allows you to show up and celebrate each other. Show up and celebrate your sister and your brother. Celebrate everybody, because when you can show up and celebrate, you just don't know how God will turn around and start opening doors for you. So I want you guys to be blessed and know that no matter what in life, you can accomplish your dreams and your goals, but it starts with your mindset. It starts with you and how you choose to see yourself. Be blessed.